Hello everybody, and welcome back to Space Engine. This is going to be a bit of a shorter episode. I'm going to aim for around 15 minutes, but we'll see. I have to actually go and do something constructive here. I was actually supposed to do this episode earlier, but I got really busy tonight and wasn't able to record it when I was supposed to. But I figured I still have some time, so I'm going to do as much as I can. Boom. Alright, it's been some time. I've been incredibly busy, and well, actually, it's kind of a lie. I've been very busy, but I was supposed to. I was gonna record this like last week, but I got distracted with social obligations and didn't get around to it. It happens. But don't worry, I'm here now. All is good. Is it? No, it's Control V, isn't it? Oh, come on. Eh. Well, anyways, let's get going. That's gonna go to J. 1407B. I apparently can't. Okay. PSR J 1300. Sure. Okay. Go to. What? I can't? Oh, sorry, I'm dumb. 240. That's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, there we go. All right. It's a neutron star. Spectrum Q. There was a star that I'm gonna need to Alt-Tab to grab the information from, because I apparently don't have it, because I controlled V and it wasn't there. So that is unfortunate, but not to worry. Neutron stars are pretty cool, actually. This one's 1.5 solar masses, but it's only 28 kilometers. That's pretty cool. And actually, one thing I like about the universe is you can get really massive objects, but mass doesn't always equate to size. Because like the most massive star that we know is like it's bigger than the sun, but not by much. Whereas the most, like the largest stars that we know of are like 3 or 5. I don't know. It's like 3 to 5 solar masses. Like they're really not that heavy. They're just big. And with neutron stars here, they can be incredibly dense, but they're incredibly small. And it's all a matter of the density. I love it. It's all quite interesting. I don't know. Actually, I don't know what the neutron star like spectrums are, but Q. All right, I'll have to look into that. I've never encountered that. Well, actually, wait. It's roughly familiar. It's been a while. Astronomy. I don't know. How old is this? Reasonable. Gravity. Yeah, about 1.3 Gs. Magnitude, luminosity, temperature, metallicity, 1.54. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Alright, carrying on, we're going to HIP 2021, which does exist. So we're going to go there right now. Boop. It has 8 planets, and among these 8 planets are some interesting worlds, actually. Let's go to this one. I like interesting worlds. I really do. A lot of volcanism on this planet. There's an active volcano and a bunch of dormant ones. I guess much like Earth. Some weather patterns. Let's go to here. There's something stuck in my throat. Don't know what it is, but I'll deal with that later. Well, it's been an exciting month, I suppose. Starship flew a couple times, and it landed successfully, and then unlanded itself, which was kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it has really diffuse rings. How pretty. There was that Soyuz that was painted different colors for the anniversary, and that was really cool. I kind of liked it with the white and blue. I assume it was blue. It could have been purple. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's blue though. But again, color blindness. You never know with me. Oh, all right. And I also need to go to NGC 2021. Evidently. Which apparently does not exist. Are you sure? NGC 2021. Alright. Thank you. Now I'm going to quickly tab out, and I'll be right back. I need to grab this other planet thing. Alright. Gonna give this a shot. See if it works again. Alright. There we go. Boop. Aha! And we are here. Oh hey, Wolfrayet Star. These are pretty cool. Look at those prominences. Very luminous indeed. But this is a binary of them. That's kind of interesting. Now, most stars seem to have binary pairs or companions nearby. It seems to be a very common thing, so I guess this makes sense. And we're locked on the Berry Center right now. Oh no! Oh, okay. Welcome to the surface. This wasn't intended. I mean, look at that. You can see the convection currents in its surface. Are these animated? Let's find out. No, that's exposure. We don't need exposure. That's magnitude. We don't need that either. That's labels. We don't need that. Where the hell is... Oh, wrong button. There we go. No, you cannot. We can't see the actual convection. That's disappointing. But we're gonna carry on. That's surface. Whoa, what happened? Oh. Of course. No, we don't need labels. Thank you very much. From one star to another. Yeah, alright, wonderful. And there seems to be a lovely looking nebula behind it. It's just a random nebula. It's diffuse. Looks kind of like a planetary nebula. Like a star that's ejected off layers. And it seems to have a wee little thing in the center here. What do you call that? Little cluster? Right then, let's do this. We're going to go right into the middle of it. And we are going to see if we can find either a neutron star or a black hole. Or none. Oh, okay. I guess not. But you're closest to the center then. We're gonna check you out. Congratulations, you have won this year's sweepstakes. 13 planets. Interesting. That's a lot of planets. Let's go here. I always go for these ones. Damn, look at you. Aren't you a pretty little planet? Alright, what is its mass? Alright, diameter. It is a bit bigger than Earth. Or wait a minute. Hang on. Yeah, it's 1.88826 masses. So it's a little bit more massive than Earth. But its gravity is a little bit lower than Earth. It must not be a very dense planet. Oh, it has diffuse rings. That's curious. It has a complex atmosphere, a lot of organics, and carbon monoxide. Nice. And the seas are made of... Oh wow, this is basically like a Titan, but it's not a Titan. It's an Aquaria, but it's a cold lacustrian aquaria. But that's interesting. That's a lot of complex organics. What's the atmospheric pressure? It's close. It's similar to Earth, a little bit lighter. Huh. I like that. I like that a lot. My head started to hurt. That's curious. Well, it is snowing outside, and I'm not. Ah. Uh-oh. This isn't good. Game, don't do this to me. Oh. Oh. I didn't intend to land, but here we are. As I was saying, yeah, no, it's snowing outside, and I guess I don't respond well to pressure changes. So, that's probably all that is. Uh, hmm. What a curious world. But I like it here. I like the little rounded stones. Probably shaped similar to why Titan has stones like this in river and like flood basins. You know, it's you have like water ice rocks that are um, worn down and eroded by the ethane rain. And I guess if this planet is less dense than Earth, yet being bigger, I could see it having a large water crust instead of a heavily silicate crust like Earth. That would make some sense. Well, that's just fascinating. Interesting place indeed. And we're inside a nebula, but you can barely see the nebula. It's just like a diffuse gas, so it's like if you were on a planet like this in a very thin nebula like this, you would probably, with enough technology, pick up on the fact you're in a nebula, but right away you wouldn't notice. Like, it's kind of cool, and it's kind of like an emission nebula, uh, where it's emitting light because it's being acted upon by the solar winds from the stars inside. Whereas other nebulas, which are just like what reflective, because like an emission nebula tends to glow like a neon sign like this with reds and purples and pinks and stuff, because it's actually the gases in the nebula itself being excited by the stars. Whereas uh, other nebulas tend to just glow blue or like the color of the star. Like the Pleiades is an example of this, because like those nebulas just seem to be kind of blue, and that's just because it's just light reflecting, or it's just reflecting light from the stars, or something. You can quote me on that, but it might or may or may not be right. It seems correct. I remember that being a thing, like emission nebulas and reflective nebulas. I forget what the other ones are called specifically, but there's two different like there's different types. And like emission nebulas are like neon signs because the stars actually like excite the gases and they emit light themselves. I know what I'm talking about sometimes. Let's go to this really bright star. A red hypergiant. That sounds like a fun time. Let's go here. Boom. Uh, yeah. Look at those huge convection blobs. Kind of looks like molten metal or burned pizza. Interesting indeed. All right. Yes, I do plan on making some more videos. I really need to like make a schedule and actually follow it, because I have a lot going on, and I tend to like get sidetracked and busy, and then some days I just feel sick, so I can't actually work. So it's like when I'm feeling good, I need to like actually schedule. It's like, all right, I need to do videos. But you know, I'm not terribly good with my YouTube channel in terms of regular content, but people still seem to enjoy them, so I still make them, and I enjoy making them, so I'm gonna keep doing it. But yeah, I've been working on the radio telescope some more. I have the Raspberry. I got the Raspberry Pi, which is gonna be used as the server, so I can access it remotely. So I have that, and I have the new SDR, which is like an actual proper SDR, which means that I can actually start doing like live streams where we just play around with it. I'm gonna see if like I know there's a meteor shower coming up. I've been having no luck catching meteors with it recently. I've been using the same bands I did last time, but I'm not getting anything. And I know that Canada did switch from analog to digital with a lot of things, but I was using FM radio, which does exist, but I was having no luck picking up meteor reflections. So I need to keep working on that. But the SDR can also pick up ham frequencies, like ham radio, and military frequencies and air traffic control frequencies. There's usually nothing of interest in those frequencies, but I'm very tempted to do a live stream where we hang out in the ham bands and we try to pick up ham radio operators and see what those nerds are up to. That'd be kind of fun. I haven't found any yet, but I know that people still use those frequencies, and especially if the space station's overhead. I want to tap into those frequencies because people frequently use ham radio to talk to the station, and they'll respond back. So that could be a potential live stream too, where we just play around in the ham frequencies and just look for crap and using the radio. I do plan on doing that when I have time. I promise I will, because I have the actual radio and it works great. So. But yeah, so I'm working on that. I'm working on my next rocket because I did the full test article, and I've been kind of playing around with it, and it had some stability problems that I'm not liking. So I redesigned it. The second one's going to have a different design. It's actually going to be cylindrical this time, and the rotor blades are going to be tucked away inside of it. And yeah, we'll see. I printed off a few of the parts. I need to print off the last two parts and then put it together. And this one will actually fly. It actually has a motor mount and everything. And it's also much simpler and much lighter, which is fantastic. But yet it's a little bit taller than the other one. But it'll actually fly and hopefully not explode. So that's coming up. And yeah. That's pretty much it, actually. Just mostly the radio telescope and the rocket stuff. And I need to work on, like, I still have some, like, what are they called? Those magnetic coils that heat things up. It's like induction heating. There we go. I have induction heating coils. And I need to actually make small, like, test rigs of that thermal engine I was working on. But I'll do that eventually. Oh well. Actually, one thing that came up was I was saving the last few months because I wanted to get a flintlock muzzle loading rifle, because I don't really like cartridge guns personally. I just don't like that. Bolt actions are okay, but I don't want a real gun. Plus it's kind of a pain in the ass to get a license. I just don't want to do that. But you can get flintlocks, like muzzle-loading rifles, without a license here. Like, they're not classified as real guns. They're just like, they're firearms, but they're not guns. So it's like excellent. So I was saving up for that. But I decided that I'm probably gonna wait until maybe the summer before I get it. So I have some money left over, and I'm actually gonna use that to buy a foldable kayak. Yeah, it's like a foldable, collapsible kayak. Mostly because I live literally within like 3 minutes of the river and a big boating lagoon. And I love boats. I've always loved boats. I love the water. And I figure I can't have a boat because I have nowhere to store it. But a collapsible kayak can fit like under my bed or in my closet. So I'm going to do that. And it's also going to be good for like mental health bullshit. So, but the point is, I'm actually going to see if I can do videos, just exploring with my boat around the boating lagoon, around the river, just to go look for stuff or clean up shit. It could be fun. I have my action camera still, which is going to be going on my next balloon whenever I finish that up. 19 minutes. You know what? This actually will be a full-size episode. It seems I have more time than I thought. That is wonderful. So yeah, I'll be getting a kayak here at some point. That's kind of fun. And hopefully my next balloon will fly this spring. I'm thinking May is when I'm going to start trying. Because I need to I have all the parts. I just need to like get the wooden parts to make the frame, like the A-frame. And buy the actual balloon. And then just rent the helium. Which I'll do that later. So that's coming out. I was thinking I want to I want an airship. Because like I can't really do a big, again, this goes back to my love of ships. It's like, I like boats, but there's like really nowhere to do large boating here because I'm in the middle of the fucking prairies, next to the mountains. And it's like, oh, you know what? I'll do an airship then. But it turns out there's like no regulations for airships in Canada. At least none that I can find. I contacted Transport Canada, but who knows if they get back to me. Uh, but we do have rules relating to hot air balloons. So I'm thinking that down the road in a few years, I might try to like get my hot air balloon license, and then from there get a or design a thermal airship, which is basically a hot air blimp. It's not quite a hot air balloon, but it's not a rigid airship. It's like a blimp that has an it's literally a hot air balloon with an engine. It's a hot air blimp, and they're really adorable. And I totally want one, but I can't do that right now, so I'm not going to. But it was a fun kind of thing to think about. Come on, faster. Alright, this has... Oh, the moons have life. I see how it is. Looks kind of like Saturn. Oh, look at that. It's going to be subglacial, isn't it? Yep, subglacial, unicellular, organic. These are very common. I have a suspicion that ice shell moons are probably the most common abode of life in the galaxy. And Space Engine kind of shows that, which works. But anyways, yeah, that's 21 minutes. I'm going to have to leave it off there. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. As always, leave me suggestions for places to go and things to see, things to talk about. I don't know. I'll talk about anything. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And space.